The Guyana Harpy Eagles have been the dominant team in West Indies regional first-class cricket for the past decade. This year, in 2025, they will be looking to win their 8th Tigers in 10 years. It is of little wonder that most Guyana Happy Eagles supporters believe that there should be more than 3 players from that team on the West Indies squad in Pakistan. Hello everyone, welcome to the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean. I thank you for being here. I appreciate your company. As we look forward to the start of the 2025 West Indies first-class cricket season, many fans are wondering if it will be an 8th Tiger for the Guyana Happy Eagles. I believe my own country, Jamaica, I will have to back them, and I certainly believe that we have the talent to topper the defending champion this year. It should be a wonderful season of cricket, and we all look forward to it. As the thumbnail said, it is now time for them to show up. It is time for players who want to make the West Indies team and who want to go on to play franchise cricket and so on, show up. It is time to stop talk. It is time now that you have worked hard. The examination is now. It is nigh, and it is now time for you to perform in your examination. Miles Bascom, the director of cricket, in announcing this year's regional 4-day tournament said, This year we have introduced several initiatives geared at broadening the experience of our regional players by exposing them to many of the challenges they would otherwise only experience on tour. So, yes, Miles Bascom now saying that they have put things in place that hopefully it will give them some experience that they would have only experienced outside of the Caribbean. And I'm coming to that because there are 2 things there that is very important as we look towards the details of the series. Miles Bascom continued by saying, we are happy to be taking the championship around the region again, ensuring that players are tested in the various conditions our region serves up. So this year tournament, you will recall during the COVID pandemic, during the COVID pandemic, the height of the COVID pandemic, that the tournament usually will be hosted in 1 or 2 countries the most. We have seen a gradual shift from that. And this year, the tournament will be hosted in many countries in the region. So Miles Bascom is saying that we are happy that we are moving forward. In fact, there's a live poll that I have where Jamaica is only hosting 1 match this year. Do you agree or do you disagree? You can click on the live poll, yes or no. And finally, Bascom said, this can only add to the resilience needed by our players to excel at the international level. So he believed that by exposing the cricketers to things that they would only experience overseas, and also by bringing the tournament to other Caribbean countries, he believed that this can only add to the resilience needed by our players to excel at the international level. So let's look at the tournament, summarize the tournament details here. So once again, there'll be 8 teams in the tournament. So that's the 6 regional board plus the West Indies Academy and the CCC, the combined colleges and campuses, all 8 teams. And it appears that going forward, this will be the situation with West Indies cricket. I am on record as saying that I really don't see the objective of the CCC, but let's see if they can quiet me and turn that around with their performances this year. So once again, there'll be 8 teams. The tournament starts on the 29th of January. The 29th. Now that Jamaica have named their 13-man squad for that first match, I think that first match for Jamaica will be playing at Arnorsville, but we'll come to that a little later. So Jamaica have named their squad. They have not yet named the captain. The selectors have recommended John Campbell to the Jamaica Cricket Association to sign off on it. That has not yet taken place. So Jamaica have named their squad. I don't know at this time if any other country, if any other team have named their squad. So the tournament starts on the 29th. That is 2 weeks. Today is what? Today is someone tell me what today is. Today is the 15th. So 2 weeks from today, exactly 2 weeks from today, 14 days from today, the tournament will start 2 weeks from today. There'll be 3 matches. There'll be 3 matches in the first block of tournament. So there'll be 3 matches, each starting each Wednesday. Then the tournament will take a break, and then there'll be two rounds of matches starting on the 5th of March. Then it will take another break, and then there will be the final 2 rounds of matches starting on the 2nd of April. So let me go through that again. Starting 2 weeks from today, Wednesday the 29th of January, there'll be 3 rounds of matches, 3 consecutive weeks of matches. After that, the tournament will take a break, and then starting on the 5th of March, there'll be another 2 rounds of matches. After those 2 matches, again, the tournament will get another break, and starting on the 2nd of April, the final 2 rounds of matches will start, culminating on April 12th. So the tournament will end on April 12th, effectively running from the 29th of January until the 12th of April. Now, when it ends on the 12th of April, the team will have just about 2 months to prepare for Australia, because Australia will be coming here in June. Hopefully, after the tournament ends on the 12th of April, we will have a camp and probably have some best of the best matches. Hopefully, there will be some incentive there so that the players will be really serious about it. So that's the duration of the tournament. And I think this is one of the main initiatives that Miles Bascom is talking about. Each team will play at least 1 pink ball match. Yes, each team will play at least 1 pink ball match, and those pink ball matches will start in the afternoon, I think 1 p.m. local time. So those pink ball matches will start in the afternoon, and each team will get an opportunity to play 1 pink ball match. The second initiative, which I like, because Australia will be coming, is that the first 2 rounds of the tournament will see us using the Kookaburra ball. You know that the Kookaburra balls are made in Australia, and that is the type of ball that Australia use in Australia. And Miles Bascom, in his wisdom, think that we should be using the Kookaburra ball for the first 2 rounds. Maybe I should poll you and ask you if you agree with us using the Kookaburra ball for the first 2 rounds. Are those the balls that we're going to use against Australia? I would not think so. I would not want to use the Kookaburra ball against Australia. I would have preferred to use the Duke balls against Australia, because the Australian would have used to the Kookaburra ball. So on the face of it, when I just thought about it, I thought it was a good idea. But then we are not going to play a series in Australia against Australia where we'll be using those balls in Australia. So it's very interesting, and this is something that I'll definitely need to do a poll on to get your feedback. If you agree with us using the Kookaburra balls for the first 2 rounds of the tournament. Now, another thing that will be reintroduced this year is the first innings points will be awarded. So we have seen over, I don't know, I can't recall when it was cut out, when it was removed, but there were no first innings points awarded for some time now. But we are going back to the scenario where first innings points have been awarded. I have not seen the playing conditions of the tournament as yet. I do not know if Cricket West Indies have released a playing condition as yet. But as soon as that playing condition is released, I'll be able to tell you the point structure going forward for this year. It makes no sense say what the point structure was last year, because if there is a shift, you don't really want to be unlearning what happened last year. You want to go forward with what is coming up this year. So there will be first innings points awarded this year. And as I said, I've yet to see in the playing conditions, so I do not know what the points allocations are at this point. So that will come up. The winner of this year tournament will get $250,000 Just like last year, the Guyana Happy Eagle, as you saw on the thumbnail there, collecting their check of $250,000 for winning the tournament. I recall last year, after 2 rounds in the tournament, the Guyana Happy Eagle were at the bottom of the standing, and they came through, won a number of matches. I think Imlak came back to captain the side, and when Imlak came back to captain the side, they start winning, and they went on that winning run and end up winning the championship. I don't remember who captained the team for the first 2 rounds, but I think their turnaround in fortune came with Imlak captaining the side. So Guyana Happy were the winners last year, $250,000. In fact, last year was the first time that the $250,000 was awarded. Second place will get $100,000. So it appears to me that only first and second place will get $100,000, because from the information that I've seen, I've not seen anything for third place. I would have preferred, for us to have a semi-final and a final. I definitely like that. Us having a playoff, I think it will add more intrigue to the competition, and the players would play. Those who reach the finals will play that extra 2 matches. Those who play in the semi-final and lost the semi-final would have played an extra matches. And one would assume that the 4 teams, that reaches the semi-finals would be the 4 teams that will be playing the best cricket. So just like that there was a time when we did this in the regional 4-day tournament, and there were it never went across all that well. There was some backlash as to who were the winner, whether it was the playoff winner was the winner of the tournament, or the round robin winner. I think Cricket West Indies needs to make it clear, because in the end, what we really want in the West Indies is for the best cricketers playing against the best cricketers. And if after an 8-team tournament, you can have the 4 top finishers playing for $250,000, that is something that I think that every player will be giving their best effort in the semi-final and the final. So in my view, in my opinion, I would love to see a playoff at the end of the 7 rounds. And so you have a semi-final and a final. And that, I think, would add more intrigue to the tournament, and the players will really buckle down where the best of the best is concerned, fighting for that $250,000 first prize. Now, the first round of matches, and this year 4 matches will be played at Providence. The Guyana Happy Eagles will play Barbados in the first round of matches, that's starting on the 29th of January. This match will be played at Providence, one of the 4 matches that the Guyana Happy Eagles will be playing at home this year. The first pink ball match will be Trinidad and Tobago Red Force versus the combined colleges and campuses. This match will be played at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, and this will be a night game. It will start at 1 p.m. local time in Trinidad, and that will be the first pink ball match. Then the West Indies Academy will play the Leeward Islands Hurricane at Coolidge. This is also on the 29th, and Jamaica will journey to Arnos Vale to play the Windward Islands Volcanoes. So those are the 4 matches for the first week of the tournament. I can only encourage you to go out and watch these matches. All 4 matches will be live on the West Indies YouTube channel. You know that we'll do our analysis and review and preview the tournament as it comes closer. especially the Jamaican team. We will preview the Jamaican team. We'll also preview the defending champion, the Guyana Harpy Eagle teams at a later date as we come closer to the tournament. But I can encourage you to go out and watch the matches. They will be on YouTube, of course, but nothing can compare to the environment in the ground when you can see your own players up close. And so I'm encouraging you to go out and watch these matches in Guyana, matches at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, at Coolidge, and at Arnorsville. Please, and for the remainder of the tournament, please go out and watch these matches. Because as I said on the thumbnail, it is time for these players now to show up. It is time. Your fans have always called your name. Your fans have always said you're into being the West Indies team. But really and truly, if you do something special, we will shout out your name. Last year, Mikel Louis did something special. He scored over 600 runs with 3 centuries. The year before that, HIATUS did something special, 2 centuries, and I think over 500 runs. Now, you cannot come and perform on the same level with the rest and expect us to give you a shout out. You want to be shout out? Be excellent. Perform better than the rest. Bat longer, score more runs, take more wickets, and we will give you that shout out. I've rambled on long enough. I thank you for being here. I'll just look forward to your comments. Good morning, Sheldon. Happy to have you here as usual, Sheldon. Duel Garner said, good morning, Garner. Have a blessed day. Happy to have you here. It is about time TNT win 1, said Sheldon. Well, we all need to beat Guyana, because Guyana, I think for the last 9, because this year, if they win again, they will win 8 out of 10. So they have only lost 2 out of the last 9. So Sheldon, I agree with you. It's time for Jamaica to win 1. So just like how you want Trinidad to win 1, I also think that it is time for Jamaica to win 1. I think the other 2 were won by Barbados. I think so. Or one by the Windward and one by Barbados. However, what is a fact is that Guyana Harpy Eagles have won 7 out of the last 9 and will be looking to win 8 out of 10. So I agree with you, Sheldon. It's time for Jamaica to win 1, and your part is time for Trinidad to win 1. So I agree with you. Blessing Feral Dolls, it's a pleasure. I am eager to see the youngsters, Mackenzie, Andrew, Wickham, etc., to put their hands up and get big hundreds. Devil Garner, I'm really hoping that we will have some outstanding performances in this year's tournament. I agree with you. I'm really hoping, bar none for me. It doesn't matter which country they are from, whether they represent the CCC or the West Indies Academy. I just want to see some outstanding cricket. I want to see some high-energy bowling. I want to see some penetrative bowling. I want to see batsmen standing up to that penetrative bowling, and we having a good series. Gurav, thank you for being here. Good morning to you. Oh, my good friend, TV and Cricket Power Play. How are you doing, man? Happy to have you here, Elton. It's always a pleasure. I'll give you a call later, Elton. It's good to have you here, Elton. As you know, TV and Cricket Power Play, they show a lot of cricket that is played in South Florida on his YouTube channel. So that's a channel that you could check out, TV and Cricket Power Play, and subscribe, and they show the cricket coming out of South Florida. When will the domestic T20 tournament start? I think it is tentatively scheduled for May. Yes, it is tentatively scheduled for May. Lance LeBlake, good morning to you. Appreciate you being here. So that's it for the regional tournament. It starts, as I said, 2 weeks from today with 4 matches. Matches at Providence, matches at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, at Arnorsville, and at Coolidge, the West Indies home ground. Take care, everyone. Remember, tomorrow morning, we look at the West Indies women team who played their first match against Bangladesh at St. Kitts and Nevis. So the cricket really get going, and later tomorrow night, 11:30 Jamaica time, I think I said 12:30 at an earlier time, but what I saw recently that it was 11:30. So I'm seeing both times. I'm seeing 12:30 and I'm seeing 11:30. But what we know for sure is that come Thursday night, tomorrow night, the West Indies will start their series against Pakistan. And as usual, we'll be here to do our live watch along and look forward to your interaction. I know some of you will be sleeping and you'll be lying down in your bed and you will be taking the commentary from the cricket forum. So we'll try our best to provide that commentary as much as possible. Diego Bright, good to have you here, man. Good morning. Take care of yourself. Take care of your Clive Samuels is saying, big up yourself, boss man. Blessing. Thank you for all you're doing. Appreciate it, Clive Samuels. Thank you for being here. So take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. See you tomorrow morning.